Now this is the chicken cage outside. The white chicken is actually a rooster. He's my only roo right now. We have 15 hens outside. Now currently we have 5 hens in the basement. They're going to be joining the outside flock here in probably another week. Basically, when you go and get new animals, you want to keep them in quarantine for about 2 weeks to make sure that you don't spread any diseases to the flock that you already have. Which is the same reason why the ducks are in the basement right now, because I want to make sure that they don't spread anything to my chickens. Now, as you can see, the chickens go nuts for their feed. Just kind of take a few handfuls and kind of just toss it in a little bit. And you kind of want to spread it around in a few different places here. And you're less likely to fight over the food when you spread it out. Now they have a playpen in there, a child's playpen that we no longer use, but they seem to really like laying their eggs into it. So that's where we check for eggs in the morning. They also have those 3 boxes in the back where sometimes they lay. And they're kind of blocking it right now, but they have a water container back there that I have to fill, usually twice a day. We feed the chickens twice a day, once in the morning and once at night, shortly before they go into their coop. That's their coop. They pretty much go into there themselves for the night, and we just kind of shut it up a little bit, and they let themselves out in the morning, usually as soon as it's feed time. As you can see, we've got 3 eggs laid here into the playpen. And we've got 1 in the box here. Looks like we have 1 in the box there. And we have a hen over here. What are you doing there, hen? Oh, look, and we have another one right there. These chickens here are really tame. I've raised them up since they were probably about a week old. Alright, these guys are new additions too. Otherwise they would be outside already, but again, ducks can transmit some of the diseases and things, and I want to make sure that they don't infect the chickens that I already have. Their pen is being built for them this weekend, and they will be going outside then. Until then, we keep them in here, where they have their own little mini pond, which is fine, because that's what the way the breeder had them. She kept them in cages similar to this, and let them out for a couple of hours a day. Well, in order for me to clean the cage, I need to let them out too. So I let them out, and I let them wander the basement. As you can tell, I pretty much keep everything out of harm's way that they could get into, and just let them kind of roam around. Now, the female is Priscilla. She is the smaller one, and the male is Mr. Quacks. As you can tell, ducks are kind of messy. They make a huge mess out of their pen. I have to completely change their pen daily. As a battle of wits here, you know, I have to clean it to make sure that they stay healthy. So that's what I'm going to do now. And the great thing about ducks is they eat pretty much the same thing as chickens eat. So therefore, the chicken feed also works well for my ducks. That's Mr. Quacks telling Priscilla to come on out of the cage, it's fine. She is being stubborn and doesn't want to get out today. You hear the little noise they're making? That's pretty much the louder they get, as loud as they get. Now, as you can see, when you clean up the cage, it leaves quite a mess behind. So I simply just take a broom after I'm done and sweep it all up. And as you can expect with the ducks and chickens have been loosed into the basement, you know, they have their little messes that they make. So I simply take my broom and I sweep that up and run a quick mop over the spots, and that way my basement stays clean and disease-free. Now ducks are a little bit harder to catch. You're going to want to catch them more by their body. And you kind of want to scoop them like this because they have these webbed feet. And these webbed feet have very sharp claws on the bottom of them, a lot sharper than a chicken's, and they can really do some damage if they get a hold of you and scratch you up. There they are, back into their nice, freshly clean pen. And I put the ties on to secure it to make sure that the dogs aren't unable to get in. And with that, it brings to a close one average day on the ever-growing Stratton mini farm.